Hi Capricorns, I'm Nick. This is going to be your love reading for July of 2019. I hope you guys are all doing great. Now before I get started, you know what time it is if you've been here before. It's spritz time, so I hope you're away from people, away from noise. Get yourself in a quiet space, put yourself in a meditative state, get some water, get some tea, coffee, whatever it is to relax your body, mind, soul, spirit. And I want you right now to focus on your breathing. Take a few deep inhales and exhales, and when you inhale, hold all the stuff that you have built up, any pain, any anger, resentment, heartbreak, sadness. As you inhale, acknowledge that you feel all those things, and then when you exhale, release it all out. Okay, so do that a few times, as many times as you need. Inhale. If you're feeling sad, heartbreak, anything, let it out. Okay, it seems kind of cheesy maybe to some of you, but I swear it really helps and it's so easy to do. Okay, and now I want you to close your eyes. I'm going to be spritzing you with organic rose water that I've infused with my love and essence and energy, and hope to spread that onto you. As I spritz you, I want you to imagine all the things that I say out loud coming into your life and you feeling it, experiencing it as if it's happening right now. It'll make it that much more likely to happen in this reality. Okay, so keep your eyes closed. For all my Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females, let's please bring them healing, love, happiness, abundance, confidence, and make all their wishes come true. Can you smell the roses? It smells so beautiful. If you can't, just imagine it. It's just, I don't know, it just makes me so happy. I decided to do something a little different with my hair today. Do you like these? I got these the other day while I was shopping. And then actually when I was at that store at Express, this song came on, and it was a song called Capricorn. I'd never heard it before, but I looked it up after. I was like, what? And funny enough, I had to do a reading today, so I was like, oh, that's funny. I think remind me and I'll link it down below if I forget, but I think it's by someone named Elderbrook, and it's called Capricorn. You could probably find it on YouTube or Google it. Says something, I'll make the stars align for Capricorn. It's catchy. Check it out. Let me know if you guys like it, okay? All right, so now we're going to start with a Mermaid Oracle card in honor of Cancer season. I already pre-shuffled it and stuff, so we're just going to get the one right on top just so we can save time, okay? Ooh, okay, so we have card number 6. 6 may resonate with you. Maybe it's your favorite number. Maybe it's your life path number. Whatever it is, maybe it's a sign for you. For some. And it says energy field adjustment, aura cleansing, and health. Okay, so this month, your energy and what you're putting into it is going to be important for you. Cleansing your aura, taking care of your health. And health is not just physical health, is your mental health, emotional health, your spiritual health, all those things, okay? And you know, really taking a look at what am I putting my energy onto? Am I putting too much energy into one part of my life and neglecting the others? And where do I need to find a good balance? Am I, exhausted? Am I, maybe have too much energy that I'm not using? Ask yourself all those things, okay? And let's see here. So, like I said, I already pre-shuffled and laid out the cards for us, meditated on your energy just so we could save time, and I want to be able to dedicate more time to talking to you and seeing what's going on. So we're going to look at the cards first and then we'll talk about it, okay? So let's see here, and like I always do, you pick a side. One side's for you, the other side's for the person you're dealing with or will be dealing with. Okay, so on this end here, I believe this is you guys. If you're a cross watcher, it could be vice versa, okay? Keep that in mind. So we have the 3 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. Okay, and your overall emotion card is inadequate. And then for the other side here, for this person, we have the 10 of Wands, the King of Swords in reverse, and the 10 of Cups. Ooh, okay, so 2 10s on the ground here already. And then their overall emotion is jealous. All right, and then the mutual emotion you guys are both sharing in some way is discouraged. Okay, so first off, I'm feeling like you've been really trying to push yourself and you've really been kind of climbing up this steep hill, this steep mountain that seems to be really, really steep. It's probably like, you know, and you've just been climbing and climbing, doing whatever you can, maybe working with others, collaborating, sharing ideas, doing whatever you can to gain success in whatever, you know, whatever that means for you. Maybe it's school, work, whatever it is. And this could also be you've been talking, trying to get advice from people about a situation or what to do next, what your next move should be. And I'm seeing that you have a lot of self-doubts sometimes, and it's important for you not to be, I know it's hard because we all are our own worst critic, but don't be so hard on yourself, Capricorn. I feel like you've been really hard on yourself and you've really been pushing yourself. And sometimes it's okay to rest. Sometimes it's okay not to, you know, success doesn't happen overnight. You have to work hard at it. And I think you understand that. But don't feel bad when you aren't at where you need to be yet, because it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. And don't compare yourself to other people. Don't compare your life, your achievements to others, because you guys both have different paths. You both have different journeys, and everyone has different lessons. It's important to recognize, you know, what you may see on social media or on the internet or like other people, friends and family, what they expect from you is not always what's good for you. You have to do what's best for you, and you only know what's good for you. No one else does, even if they have good intentions for you. Okay, and then don't feel pressure. Don't feel pressure to live up to society's expectations or to be something that you don't want to be, or just doing it because you feel you have to and you have no choice. You do have choices, and it's important to always follow your heart and your soul. Of course, take your brain with you. You know that more than anyone else, but don't forget about that aspect of you as well, and not be always so logical about everything. It's okay to follow your heart and your soul and your spirit, because that's what's really guiding you. Okay, and I see you could be maybe working on some new project. Maybe you know, just started at a new job recently, and you know, it's been a few months, and you're starting to see things pick up for you. Maybe it's been rough the past couple months or years. This could be 3 years, 3 months. But I feel like now you're going to start seeing progress with whatever you're working at. And this in itself is going to show through your exterior, through, you know, what manifests, through the people and places and things around you. Okay. And I see that you may want to initiate some kind of conversation with someone, or you're seeking to clear something between someone, or find out truth or honesty about a situation. You want some kind of, you want to have a chat with someone. You want to find something out. You're seeking truth. You want some new beginning. You're really trying to be honest with yourself and honest with the people around you and honest with this other person. You may be thinking, or you may have already sent out a message or called someone, or you're thinking of doing that, just to get clarity, maybe to get closure, to clear the air, to clear your name, whatever it be, some kind of truth that you need to say, that's either your truth or someone else's truth. And I feel like this message, this conversation that's going to be had, or that you want to have with someone, is about some kind of new beginning, some new start, some fresh start. And it's going to be really significant, actually. It's going to be a really important conversation that I think you know that you want to have. And it's taken, I feel like it's taken a lot of balls, a lot of guts to do it, or to go for it. But you're ready. I think you're ready for it. You're mentally prepared for it now, where in the past maybe you just had too much going on and you weren't prepared to have any kind of important conversation with someone. But I feel like now you are, and now you want to have it. And then here with the 6 of Swords, some of you could be traveling somewhere, or you're going to go see someone, or you're planning to go visit someone, or doing like a little mini getaway, a weekender, or like legit going on a trip, like across a body of water. If not, this is you're moving past a situation. If you think about it, what was before the Six of Swords? It was the Five of Swords, right? Fights, arguments, misunderstandings, miscommunication. So you're moving past that. So that's already in your recent past. So that may have recently happened, either a few weeks, few months ago, and you're moving past that, and now you're moving towards making peace. Maybe making peace with yourself, making peace with the other person, and trying to find a good balance and have a more harmonious relationship. Maybe find a truce, and just, I feel like you don't want to have any heaviness in your heart. You don't want to feel like something was left unsaid, I think, and you want to be able to sleep. You want to be able to sleep peacefully at night and not be overthinking and thinking about what I could have done, or what I should have done this, I should have done that, and all those thoughts. So I think you're moving towards finding peace with someone, peace with yourself. And also, if your health has not been that good, or if you haven't been taking care of your health, I see that's going to be improving. And now you may be actually taking the steps towards, eating well. Maybe you're starting a new diet, or you're drinking more water, like little things like that. It adds up. It really helps you out. Maybe you recently got a checkup at the doctor, or you've seen a nutritionist, or you're just working out more, doing physical activity. Whatever it is, I feel like now you're going to be taking care of your health a little bit better, and you're going to be seeing improvement with that as well, if you've been seeing that's been lacking. Okay. So communication is being highlighted for you. So I feel like that's going to be something that is going to take place in the month of July. But again, energy is fluid, so this can be in July and in August as well. But I feel very strongly in this month of July. Okay, so I feel like you want to initiate, you want some kind of new conversation, a new communication with someone, and you may be going to go see the person, or going to visit them, to talk to them in person maybe. If not, you are also hoping to, with this conversation, whatever it be, to have peace, or to make peace. And I think you're just being more honest. Not saying that you're a liar or anything like that. I feel like you're just you want honesty, you want truth. You don't want to linger or hold on to any resentment, heaviness, anger. I feel like you don't like having that energy around you. You just don't like it. You don't want those kind of problems, and you want to make sure if you ended things, you ended on a good note and not a negative note. And if you want to move forward, you start fresh. Okay. Like we saw earlier, the overall emotion for you is inadequate. It says worthless, incompetent, ill-equipped. So some of you may be feeling this month this way. Maybe you've been feeling like you aren't worthy, or that you don't have what it takes, or you're not good enough for this person, or maybe you feel like they're too good for you, and really that's not the case. It's just in your mind that you're saying to yourself, because what you say to yourself is what you believe, and if you believe that, then that's what it is. So you have to really train yourself to be more positive, and to think highly and feel highly about yourself. I'm seeing here, like, this little car, little buggy, or whatever car it is, struggling to take up this huge trailer, whatever this is, with boxes up the hill. And the reason why he's having so much trouble is, look at the car he's using to carry this huge trailer of boxes. It doesn't match up, like the sizing, the math does not add up. And I think this is your being small-minded and taking whatever you can up the hill, when it doesn't have to be that hard. You could have just gotten a bigger truck, maybe, took half the stuff and then made 2 trips maybe. Simple solutions like that. I feel like there are simple solutions around you that you just probably haven't thought about, haven't thought out the box, because you've been so in your bubble, in your mind, about how everything can go wrong, this and this and that, or I'm not good enough, this and that, when it's really not that. It's really not the case. You just made it that way. Okay, so I think it's time to upgrade. Just get a bigger truck, go up the hill, or you can still use this small little car and take half the stuff. Don't take so much stuff. Make 2 trips. You don't have to do it all at once. And I feel like you may have that energy sometimes where you want to do everything at once, and like, if I don't do it well this time, then that means I'm a failure. When really that's not how success works. You sometimes have to do it multiple times and not give up until you get to your destination and get to, you know, the level of achievement you want. It doesn't all happen overnight. You don't have to do everything in one trip. You can take baby steps, okay? And it's okay. It doesn't mean you're not good enough. It doesn't mean you don't have what it takes. It just, you know, that's just what it is, okay? So, and that really may be how you've been feeling about this person, that maybe you've really been trying a lot, or you feel like you're really, this mountain is really, really high and steep. It's like, I'm never gonna get to the top. I'm never gonna get to peace with them, or they're never going to love me. They're never going to accept me for who I am. And it's really not like that. I feel like that's in your mind, that you're creating those thoughts, okay? So I really hope you get out of those thoughts, because it's not good for you. And you can really see, I feel like you'll see the light and see clarity once you reach the top and realize it didn't have to be that hard. It didn't have to take that long to go up there, okay? Sorry, I feel like we got all like deep and sidetracked there, but I felt like it was necessary for some of you to hear that. All right, so now on this end, we have, again, the 10 of Wands, right? Like we saw earlier, 2 10s on the ground, right? 10 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So, you know, that may be an important number for you, but this is all about endings, completions, new beginnings, ending of a cycle to start a new cycle again. Maybe you have a cycle with this person that you may have a soul tie with, and it's ending and something new is beginning. And this doesn't have to be you know, this can be you're ending the cycle with this person, and this relationship or connection has served its purpose, or whatever you guys went through, it was some kind of karmic lesson that you guys had to learn, and now you're starting a new chapter, starting fresh again together, but we'll see. So this person may be feeling burdened. They may be feeling like everything is on their shoulders. They've had a lot on their mind, a lot of work to do. Maybe they've been working really hard the past 10 years, 10 months, 10 weeks, etc. And it seems like they've been carrying a lot of heaviness, a lot of heavy energy as well. And they felt this, because they felt this way, because they felt like so much was on their plate, like everyone's burdens were on them possibly, or maybe they have a lot of people relying on them, depending on them. And because of that, it felt like they may have felt like you were an additional burden because you were giving them a hard time, or whatever it be. The relationship maybe was like an extra burden. It was extra stress on them. This caused them to act out with the King of Swords here in reverse. This caused them maybe to, you know, argue with you and maybe say mean things or say harsh words. Communication was, you know, not the prettiest between the two of you maybe, and they may have said some nasty things to you, or, you know, said hurtful things, or just the way they said it really hurt you. And it's really because they felt a burden. They felt like everything, the load was on them, and maybe they felt like they were putting in more work, like they were doing more and not receiving enough from you. Or, you know, that's just how they felt. Whether that's true or not, that's how they're feeling. And you know, the King of Swords is usually someone who's very logical, very clear-minded, very charming. You know, they know how to speak to everyone, and but when provoked or when triggered, and, you know, if they're not in their highest state at times, but this can happen to anyone, you know, they can be ruthless. So this person may have gone ruthless on you and gone super savage, and you were just like, ouch, like that sword really cut me. Or maybe that's how they felt about you. Maybe you said some mean things to them, vice versa, or both of you. Either way now, whatever was said and exchanged didn't end so nicely. It didn't end the way you wanted it to. It didn't turn out the way you would like it to, okay, overall. And I think this is part of the reason why you are seeking a new conversation or communication with them, to make this right. to make the conversation right again, okay? And this time without emotions and without so much emotions involved, because when emotions are high and people are angry, upset, you know, that's really not the best time to talk, because everything gets let loose, and sometimes we say things we don't mean, and out of anger, out of, you know, emotions, you know what I mean. And this person maybe could have been an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or they have heavy air placements, okay? Or this could be the energy they were embodying at the moment, okay? And then again, we have 10 of Cups. So I feel like whatever this conversation is between the two of you, or maybe you're going to see them, going to clear the air, going to find peace with them, it might work. It might go in your favor. For many of you, this might work out. It's almost like they go from being burdened, feeling heavy, feeling like everything's on them, to then feeling, wow, like maybe this was worth it. Maybe this had to happen. I had to feel like this. We had to go through this. You had to trigger me, make me, you know, say these things, and then realize, or have to, you know, all those things had to happen for some reason for us to get to this point, okay? And could be a water sign as well, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I think this whole time, this is what they always wanted from you. They always wanted to have this 10 of Cups energy. They wanted to be with you. They wanted to share love. They wanted this to be an equal love, okay? There's 10 cups. They wanted you to give 5 and then to give 5. But I think the problem is that they felt they were giving 10 cups and you were giving 0 cups. So you maybe weren't reciprocating, weren't giving enough, or weren't giving what they were hoping you were giving. Or it could be vice versa as well. Okay, and then maybe now you're coming in with the 6 of Swords to even out the energy, to clear the air, to, you know, clear anything out that was left messy, okay, and organize everything, you know, finally color coordinate all the clothes and clean out all the garbage and stuff, donate old clothes and all that stuff, and start with a new room, everything clean and fresh, freshly washed sheets, etc. And you know, that's in that moment you start to feel renewed again, you start to feel fresh. And so you're going now to bring balance. Again, 6 is our harmonious number. It's a soulmate number as well. I don't associate this card with soulmates, but 6 is a soulmate number and very, you know, balanced. So you're coming in to bring balance again, and restore balance to this connection, to this relationship. Or this could be vice versa. They're coming to you to bring balance and restore, you know, harmony with you guys both. And finally make this equal. You know, you give 5 cups, they give 5 cups, and you both together create this rainbow, okay? And you both together go on your journey to find the treasure chest at the end of the rainbow. And on your journey there, you guys, you know, go walk, look at the greenery, you know, make some babies, maybe get some pets, some dogs, whatever it is you guys are into. Get some food, you know, that whole journey of life, okay? Their overall emotion is jealous. Okay, and it says envious, suspicious, possessive. Okay, so maybe you are talking to someone else, or maybe they think you're with someone else. So you could be with someone else, or maybe they think you are, or that you're talking to other people, and this may trigger them to feel jealousy. Maybe they saw you with someone. I can see that situation where they could have saw you out and about, like if you guys live close proximity, or on social media, or saw a picture, whatever it is, on social media, or like a picture, or in person. They may have saw you, and maybe they saw you with another person, and they might have, you know, kind of started thinking of all these scenarios, and they got jealous, thinking that maybe you moved on, or that you were lying to them or cheating on them, whatever it be. And part of that is why they lashed out and maybe said hurtful things to you. And because they felt that you were being dishonest or deceiving, deceptive, okay? But I feel here they said it all out of emotion, out of feeling angry, because they've always wanted this 10 of Cups energy, but they felt, oh, so that's why I felt like I was doing all the work, because they have someone else. So that may be, you know, true or not, but either way, they do feel jealous, or they did feel jealous in the recent past with you. Okay, and we have, yeah, suspicious. So they could have had suspicions, but not have any facts or proof. And possessive. Maybe this is someone who is a little bit possessive of you, or vice versa. You may be possessive of them and they feel like they want to have control and want to know what you're doing, who are you with, you know, what time do you get out of work, why aren't you home yet, or why didn't you call me and you said you were going to call me, all that stuff. And maybe that's stuff that you don't like. You feel, you know, claustrophobic. You feel like, you know, like someone's invading your privacy, like you need alone time, and maybe there's someone who's very needy. Okay, the mutual emotion between the two of you is discouraged. So we have dispirited, disheartened, deterred. So right now, I feel like you haven't gone to visit them yet, or I guess depending when you watch this, maybe this is before you go or before you decide to go. You guys are both at the moment feeling discouraged in some way. This person is not knowing, I think, that you are wanting to make initiative or wanting to make peace with them and talk to them. And maybe you don't have any intention of starting fresh. Maybe you just want to make sure there's no hard feelings or anything. Okay, and so they feel discouraged. They feel disappointed that it didn't work out maybe, or that, you know, whatever happened between the two of you, they had other plans, they had other ideas for you guys. And so they are sad that it didn't work out, because I feel like this is what they really want. This is what they always dream of. Okay, and maybe in you, they saw a happy home. They felt at home with you. And now that they feel like it's not happening, or they're not sure that you were going to communicate with them or not, they feel like because after that fight or conversation you guys had, that it's over. And that, you know, what's done is done, what's said, and there's nothing that can be taken back. And you are still feeling discouraged again, because we have inadequate as well, because you may be feeling like there's some truth to what they said, whatever you guys discussed, and maybe it's gotten to your head and you feel like you aren't good enough, or you don't have everything set yet. You aren't stable enough to give them everything that they need, or everything that you want to give them, or that you think they deserve. You're unsure if, you know, this will work out. Maybe you have tried reaching out to them, and you didn't get the response you wanted, or didn't get any response. Maybe you tried multiple times, and I think this time you're gonna really try harder. You're gonna really try to make, I don't know, I feel like you're really gonna come with the bang with this. This is gonna be a big one. It's gonna be really significant, a conversation you guys have together. But again, this could be vice versa. Maybe they are going to call you and initiate some kind of conversation that's going to be a big deal. Okay? So Capricorns, I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. We will continue this in the extended reading. If you'd like, you could join me there. The link will be below, either in the description box or in the comments. I'll pin it down. We'll look into a little bit further about this person, who they are, what they are thinking, what are they feeling about you, what's going on in their head space, in their heart space, what they aren't saying, what the near future holds between the two of you, and what this conversation may be about, or what to expect between the two. And yeah, any advice, anything else that comes through for you both. Okay, so if you're interested, we will continue there, and if not, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.